Hey guys, happy Carnivore Diet Monday, and it is day 22 for me, and 22 days of being sober, and 22 days of eating delicious meals that I cook at home, away from the world of all the dangerous chemicals and diseases and pesticides and crap that's out there. God, you can get scared really quick looking on the internet at realizing the type of pesticides that are in your strawberries. It's very scary. Look at this. Nice, juicy, smoked pork ribs. Oh. So good, my cat loves it. She loves my cooking. Oh, how juicy that is. Well, it's not an episode of just me stuffing food in my face. Or is it? But let's get down to brass ball tacks. So, like every Monday morning, before I skedaddle off to work and sit in the wonderful traffic of the world, as I look around me, all the obese people texting on their phones and eating their chili freeze cheese dogs and drinking down their Starbucks sugar infused cancer coffee, I sit there, look out the window with my bottle of water, listening to classic rock, going, I will outlive you all, just like my truck is. But anyway, other than that, my mother this morning, she lost 4 pounds since last Monday, and I lost 3 pounds since last Monday, and we are feeling great. We are slowly starting to get out of this flu that we're in. I think all I have left is coughing and a little bit of nasal congestion. After that, that's about it. Not up to 100% yet, but I felt like I started actually having a little bit more energy today. I had like a little spark of energy at one point, so I got really excited and stuff, that I'm starting to finally slowly start, getting back, which is great. There's nothing worse than just being miserable as hell, and you just feeling like, oh, why did I do this to myself? But then Monday morning comes way in, and in your underwear you get on the scale and you go, wow. And since I started this, right, we are on day 22. I have lost a total of 15 pounds in 22 days. I couldn't try that any other time I tried doing diets and stuff. 15 pounds in 22 frickin' days. Come on, people. Jump on this frickin' diet. Try it. It's 22 days in. I've lost 15 frickin' pounds. Where are you at, Mother? She's like, son of a bitch. 11. 7-year-old woman, 11 pounds down. I mean, come on. I'm 33. She's 70. She lost 11 pounds. Yeah, she's 11. Jeez, that's a weird fucking math right there. That was a sweetie bite. You gotta try this. I mean, we have the perfect of both worlds on testing this out. You have somebody who's in their early 30s and somebody who's in their early 70s. Opposite sides of the spectrum. I'm male, she's a female. Another opposite side of the spectrum. Neither of us go to the gym. I go to work, I walk around periodically. She stays home, walks around, mows the lawn, goes and gets mail from the mailbox, grabs shit that gets delivered to the house. And she lost 11 pounds in 22 fucking days. Come on. Yeah, we could probably amplify that if both of us dragged our asses to the gym and beat ourselves senseless for an hour or two. But I'd rather not go to the gym and beat the shit out of myself. I'd rather do what I normally do and lose weight. And that's what I'm loving about this diet. And the only thing that we have, outside of like animal products, is we have a beach plum plant bush at our house. We eat beach plums about every day, so we have maybe like 5 or 6, whatever we can get, sometimes a little more. And we have a black raspberry bush, and we have 4 or 5 of those, sometimes 6. Just about every day, or sometimes, not every day. Maybe we don't get a haul at all, but just about every day we have that. And it hasn't affected our diet at all. We have it at one time, at one sitting, and that's it. And it's fucking great. And you get a lot of good benefits from beach plums. If anybody ever interested in growing them, the best way that I get them to grow in my property was, before I planted them, I dug out a big section and I replaced it with sand, because they grow very, very good in sandy soil. So that's how they're growing great. And, they're growing in sand and soil at the same time. But they love sandy soil, and they get watered on a regular schedule, and they get watered from, the sky. And they grow great. And same thing with the raspberries. The raspberries are just planted in soil. Just the natural soil of the ground, and things grow. So, that's good. Her and I still have kind of like little aches and pains here, but they go away really quick. I definitely feel like my energy is starting to slowly return. And like I said, all I'm left right now is the coughing. Sometimes if I get up too quick, like I did one time today, I got a little dizzy and lightheaded, but I think that was just because the way I got up, the inertia of it, obviously, I think was why I got, so dizzy. Can't help myself. Just looking at me going, eat me. Look at this. I mean, it's just beautiful. Beautiful meat. I'm sorry, I just got that. Right off the bone. Good freaking shit. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, I feel like the energy levels are coming back. I'm not lethargic. I'm not tired. Irritability is actually coming down a little bit. I wasn't as irritable as I normally am. Or I have been. I wouldn't really say normal, but I'm not as irritable as I have been in the past couple days. So that's good. Frickin' pepper. Got myself before. What else? I got a little bit hungry today at work, but that was because yesterday we had fish for lunch. So I know that definitely affected my eating schedule, more or less. I did end up, while I'm thinking of it, finger licking good. Coated in Himalayan salt and rainbow pepper. Greases my beard nice. What I'm looking for is, I got these oven baked pork rinds from Whole Foods. And the ingredients in here are freaking phenomenal. We got ingredients: pork skin salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, and sea salt. Look at that. Look at those ingredients, people. Okay, you see that? That is what you should be looking at anytime you buy something. Look at these things. They're great. I never was a pork rind eater until now. I tell you, I could eat these suckers all day. But you really should. They got 250 milligrams of sodium, 11 grams of protein, 0 carbs, which is a plus, 20 grams of cholesterol, 2.5 grams of fat, and 0.5 grams of saturated. Serving size is about 10, and it's 70 calories per 10 of them. So I would say what I'm probably going to do is, with a Ziploc bag, I'm going to probably put 10 or 15 of them in a little Ziploc baggie and throw them in my cooler, so that when I'm when I'm at work and I get a little hungry and stuff, I just pop open a bag, eat a couple pork rinds, and I'm good because I'm still actually staying on my diet. Here's things that are actually kind of sad. So I was looking at a bunch of other things, realizing today of how many dangerous chemicals are inside fruits and vegetables that I used to eat, that I used to love. Even just, like peppers and stuff, on how dangerous they are with the amount of pesticides and shit like that. It just really scares you when you start reading. And they just talk about it so nonchalantly, like it's no big deal. Like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of chemicals that can cause heart disease, blindness, and retardation in children. You're like, and that's in baby formula? What? No wonder why kids are all fucked up these days. I thought it was the parents from drinking and doing drugs and cigarettes. No, it's the fucking food we're making and we're handing to them. Scary. It really is. So in a way, it's still the parents' fault. But some people don't know. I didn't know. I don't have kids, but nevertheless. But I was like, oh, I should get a couple bags of beef jerky. I love beef jerky. Till I started reading the ingredients on the back of the bag. Organic beef jerky from Whole Foods is not organic. There is as many chemicals in that as there is in other shit. And if there's not just chemicals in it, fucking pepper. Pepper and my freaking beard. If it's not just the chemicals that are in it, it's also the sugars. You can't have any sugars on this diet. Yeah, maybe some of the fruit that I'm eating that's from outside has sugars in it, but it's like I said, it's a little tiny container, or a glass bowl actually, that we pick right off our plants. No pesticides, no chemicals, no nothing. All 120% natural. There's no pesticides, there's no lawn fertilizer, nothing. The only thing that fertilizes our lawn is the grass clippings that we cut when we mow, and that's it. Everything's just all 100% pure natural. Which now I've actually learned that there is like 3 categories. There's 4 categories to describe something. There's like grass-fed, there's grain-fed, there's pesticide-fed / organic, because organic is supposed to be clean, but apparently it's not. And then there's natural. Natural is really what you want. And the only way to know if it's going to be natural is you have to go and get it yourself. You can't just go run down the Stop and Shop or Whole Foods or Costco or anything at all. You got to actually make sure you either grow it or you kill it yourself. That's really when it comes down to the point. And if you can't do any of those, make sure it's grass-fed. That's it. There's so many grains that have hormones and antibiotics and stuff that are put into them before they slaughter the animal and they eat it, and then it like absorbs it into the skin, and it helps preserve and preserve everything. And then the animal gets slaughtered and then packaged and shipped, or whichever way whichever fucking comes next, and then it ends up on your dinner plate, and then you're looking at something that you're thinking is good and healthy for you, and meanwhile it's really just not. So I would really, really, really watch out when it comes to certain foods when you're on this diet. If you really, if you're looking to just lose weight, you don't really care about your health, roll the dice, try some chemical infused apples. But if you really want to go for like a really good health kick, I would say do the carnivore diet, because I've never looked at ingredients like I've looked. I was a big gummy bear eater. I mean, everybody's screaming, gummy bears do not grow in nature. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Gummy bears, Cheetos, Bugles, if anybody know what those are, Skittles, Starburst, energy drinks, protein bars, bags of chips of all flavors, jalapeno peppers, habanero peppers, Scotch bonnet peppers, Ghost Reaper peppers, / Carolina Reaper, bell peppers, stuffed bell peppers. I was watching this thing today where they had this chicken. Oh, it looks so good. I'm going to make it, but I'm going to make it the carnivore way, right? So it was a chicken breast that they sliced in half, and it was thin, and they put like peppers, and they put tomatoes, and they put basil, and they put garlic, or not garlic, chives. Was it garlic? Yeah, maybe it was a small garlic clove. They put cheese in the middle of it. Oh, it looked good. And then they rolled it up, and then they wrapped it in bacon, and they baked it. Oh, it looks fucking good. Minus all the crap inside of it, such as like chemically induced peppers, the freaking fake cheese, which that's a whole fucking interesting one. When you ask your phone, like, hey Google, what the hell's inside cheese? And then it starts reading down like 9 million fucking things, and it goes imitation cheese. The hell's that? And then it lists off a whole bunch of random chemicals, and you're like, I mean, I learned that years ago. I remember when, I would have, I think it was like Velveeta cheese. It was either Kraft or Velveeta. I don't remember which one it was, and it was a slice. Literally a slice of cheese. And for years and years and years, and I had to get away from it because I was really bad. Beer and cheese were my two biggest negatives. And I would take cheese, and I would just stick it on a plate and throw it in the microwave with a little bit of salt on it and just heat it up. And then eat it with a fork, melted cheese. I love it. Well, the problem was, I had like a pack, I think it was Velveeta at the time. This is going back maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. This wasn't that long ago. Maybe even shorter than that. And I put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds, and it like didn't even melt. I'm like looking at this shit like, the fuck? Why is this not melting? I put it in there for a minute and a half, and it like sort of slowly started melting, and then when I went to go eat it, it had this like, it kind of like kept its shape. It looked a little melted, and it had this weird smell. The taste tasted like something funky, like melted something, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Long story short, it comes out down the line that, it's not even real cheese. It's all a bunch of fucking chemicals, and half of them are plastics. It's like, oh, that's cool. You're worried about dumping plastic bottles in the ocean. Meanwhile, we're putting it in our body. We'll die before the ocean does. Stupid. That's why other countries like China and India and Brazil and the UK, they don't allow any of this crap. And those people are all healthy. I mean, look at China. A majorly overpopulated country is healthier than the United States. They ban 90% of the shit we have. That's why if you actually have food that literally came from China, it tastes so much different. Everybody's like, oh, it's because it's China. It's got lead in it. No, it doesn't have fucking pesticides in it. It doesn't have the fucking shit that's in our food. That's killing us and putting us overweight and causing mental problems and miscarriages. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I was never one of these people until I got on this diet. And once I got on this diet and I really started looking into shit, man, I started freaking myself out. I couldn't stop looking at it. This is good. So we're feeling better. We lost some weight this week and learned some new scary shit about our foods and stuff that we eat. So far, everything's going good with the diet. I'm going to try to polish off these ribs tonight. If not, we'll probably have the rest of the ribs tomorrow. If I stop eating, stop talking, I'll eat. And then we'll figure out what we're going to have next. Couple things I'm going to try making and stuff, so there's like more interesting food that pops up on the video and stuff for people to look at and ideas as different things they can eat. You could have fun with your food too, so I'm going to do that with a chicken breast. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the inside as a filling, but I'm going to come up with something. I'm going to do like shrimp. I'm going to have like shrimp cocktail, but without the cocktail sauce, it's just shrimp. Just fucking eat them. Just cook up like fucking, 50 shrimp each person. Sushi used to be one of my favorite things, but now, like, sushi, it's something that I would have to have, like, probably, like, next year, because I don't want to, like, introduce it now as I'm still trying to go through the transition period. Sushi has carbs with it because of all the different stuff that's added, like the seaweed and the rice and stuff that's on it. So that's a little not scary, but a little too dangerous to kind of play with my where we're at now in the diet. I want to, and who knows? Probably in a year from now, I really don't give a shit. It's not something I want. It's just something that I kind of sort of miss having once in a while. So there's that. And then, let's see, what else? Meatloaf. I was looking at meatloaf, and usually meatloaf I have like this whole big to do with it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like on like rolling paper. I'm gonna lay down like some chopped meat and put like maybe bacon on the inside of it or some shit, and then roll it with bacon on the inside and the outside, some shit like that. And then bake it in the oven and just have this like block of meatloaf, but nothing big, something small for two people. So we're not like stuck with food for like, a week. You get bored of it, you get tired of it, and then you're like, oh, never do that one again. Do some different stuff with chicken and maybe do some surf and turf. Play around with stuff. What's good is you can play around with the food and kind of mix it up a little bit. That's why we went for ribs. We had, fried chicken. We had fish this weekend. We had lobster on Friday night. So, that's freaking phenomenal. What's even crazier is that, it's Monday afternoon. It's Monday at 8 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you were to ask me when I was drinking what I had on Friday afternoon for dinner, I'd be like, how the fuck do I know? It's great. It's great just having my brain back to myself, It's like the last time I was sober, I was a kid in high school. I didn't start drinking until college days. So to kind of go back to having this fucking brain on my head, on my shoulders, is like so exhilarating. It really is. And the diet I have to blame for it, and the multiple doctors and stuff that said, hey, do the carnivore diet. You want to lose weight? You want to get healthier? Do the carnivore diet. I'm like, all right, I'll try. And now I lost 15 fucking pounds. She lost 11. Most of our medical issues are gone. Even being sick, I still don't know when it's going to fucking rain unless I look it up on the weather map. I used to know, sometimes literally down to the fucking second, the harder my shoulder would throb in my knee, I was like, it's going to rain in 2 seconds. Next thing you know, now it's like, Saturday I was doing something and I walked out of this office and I walk outside and it's fucking raining. I'm like, I didn't know it was going to rain. That's right. I don't feel it anymore. That's amazing. I don't feel the pain when it's going to rain. And I feel like the real test is when it's like 9 degrees outside and we're cold. Now, the only thing I'm going to notice for sure, and I'm going to tell this to everybody, if you're not doing this and you're already doing the diet, or you're about to start the diet, but you might hear this from other people, her and I are going to be a lot colder this winter because of this diet. And the reason why is because we're not going to have so much fat to insulate our bodies. So we'll be colder this winter. And a lot of people will be too that are on this diet. So, if you hear a lot of people like, oh, you're on the carnivore diet, you get cold, oh, I get colder, oh, it's because you're losing the fat that's surrounding your organs. That keeps you warm, ironically. But we don't need this fat because not only is it keeping you warm, but it's also causing other issues. Like, I remember when I first started gaining belly fat, after sitting on my ass for 3 months after an injury, and all I did was eat and drink, and just go to the bathroom and just eat and drink, eat and drink, eat and drink, just drink, eat, drink, drink, eat, eat, drink, pass out, wake up, drink, eat, drink. And I gained all this weight. When I finally started walking around, guess what hurt? My lower back, my back hurt, and my legs were killing me. My feet were hurting. I was trying to walk around at work. My feet were in so much pain. I literally couldn't stand on my feet at work. My feet were in so much pain. Well, now that I'm losing this weight, I'm not going to have that same pressure that's on my feet, on my legs, on my joints, on my back, shoulders, neck, everything. Hell, I'm able to bend over and tie my shoes. My belly isn't there. That was there. I still have a belly, but not like it was. I'd have to sit down with one leg up in the air at a weird angle. I knew I was getting fatter too because it was getting harder to wipe my ass. It was getting harder to wash my back. It's like I got to a point I was actually miserable because I was overweight. And I'm not the kind of person who gets depressed and miserable because I just don't believe in any of that crap. I think a lot of that stuff is just false crap that's pushed by the media and doctors to pump kids full of pills and adults full of pills and get them on these missions of stupidity, and then get them into, you know, therapists where they could make them even more miserable. But that's my belief. I know everybody has their own belief. But I'm not the person who ever gets depressed and suicidal or anything like that. I just, you know, yeah, I get a little sad and stuff, but that's about it. I don't make a whole big fucking protest about it. I was actually sad. I was in a mood. I was in a spot where I was like, fuck it. I don't care the way I look anymore. I gave up. I you know, I was looking at people online and musicians and shit and stuff that are overweight, and then, you know, I just kind of like, I was like, ah, fuck it. They're successful and fat, and they got girls and shit like that. And then, you know, meanwhile I'm in the fucking shower. I take my shirt off and it's like, there's a lot of belly. And then, you know, it sweats under there, so then it stinks. So you like wash under there too, and it's like you're fucking finding potato chips that have been under my belly for like who knows how long. You know, and chopsticks and some little Chinese. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, enough of the interesting, sad part. But I'm not miserable anymore. I wasn't really miserable. I was just at a fucking stage. I just didn't care. And that was really it. You know, I didn't lay in my bed and cry. Didn't try to slit my wrists, you know. Didn't think about hanging myself, putting a gun in my mouth, you know, the whole 9 yards, popping a bunch of pills. I was just like, you know, it was kind of like that song, I Don't Look Good Naked Anymore, and that's just kind of how I felt. And then this came along and kind of sparked some more confidence in me and stuff, and that's really about it. So, I know this video has actually rambled on, but I do want to try to touch people and get them to really realize that, you know, just try the fucking diet. Just try it. You know, if after 22 days, after a month, and you're like, I can't give up my Starbucks and my McDonald's, cancer sticks, and then go ahead, go right back to it. Gain all your weight back, lose everything that you did. But if you don't try it, you're never gonna freaking know. And that's the biggest thing I want to push with everybody. And other than that, people, I'm going to do my best for the rest of the week to try to keep my videos less than like 10 minutes so you're just not listening to me rambling on. But anyway, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your family, give it to your mother, your mother-in-law, everybody that you hate, all your enemies and stuff. Stay in tune. Hopefully I got more cool stuff coming up. Hopefully some different meals and stuff, and maybe discuss some more shit. Every time I learn something, I want to just, you know, preach it and put it out there, just so people can hear it and try it. And I'll stop putting on the same tank top that I honestly do. I don't know why it is. Like, I put it in my laundry basket, and then it's pitch black in my room, and I'm like, oh, I need a shirt to put on. And then I grab it, and I put it on, and then I come out here and hit record, and it's like, oh, it's the same Diesel shirt. I got other shirts, I promise. It's just, you know, it's my fucking lounge around, I don't give a shit shirt, I guess. Keep grabbing my Diesel shirt. You know, I got a blue shirt over here, maybe I'll wear that tomorrow. You know, I got clothes laying around all over the place. Maybe I'll put a sweatshirt on. Or not. I'm still wearing shorts. I have shorts on with a belt, and they keep sliding off my ass, which are great. I'm gonna like go through my closet and try to find clothes that I haven't worn since I was like almost in high school. See if I can start getting them on. That might be a little tough. My goal weight, if anybody is wondering, I'm looking to get back down to 170. So I'm at 230 now to get down to 170, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 220, 230. So I'm looking at try to lose 70 pounds. To get down to 170, we'll see what happens. So if it's going to constantly be like 15 pounds a month, I'm going to be down there pretty quick, and nobody's going to recognize me. My face is going to be like a rectangle, you know. My nose is going to look even bigger. So, hey, best way to do better with yourself is make fun of yourself. Anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow, or maybe you'll see me tomorrow. I don't think I'll see you. They haven't made that yet on YouTube.